The way your dog sleeps tells you far more than you might think. Every curl, every stretch, every tucked paw and sprawled limb is a window into your dog's inner world, their personality, their health. This is your complete guide to the most common dog sleeping positions and the fascinating science behind why your dog chooses to rest the way they do. The donut, also known as the curled up position. Does your dog love to fold its paws neatly beneath its body, curl into a tight circle, and rest its head gently along its tail? If so, you've just witnessed what's affectionately known as the donut, sometimes called the fuzzy bagel position. And honestly, the name couldn't be more fitting. When a dog sleeps this way, there's real instinct at work beneath the surface. Your dog is actively trying to conserve body heat while simultaneously shielding its most vital organs from the outside world. This isn't just a house pet habit, it's one of the oldest sleeping positions in the animal kingdom. Wild animals have relied on this exact posture for centuries, curling inward to stay warm and stay protected through the night. You'll notice this position showing up most frequently during the colder months, late fall, deep winter, when the temperature drops and your dog instinctively seeks warmth. But don't read too much into it if you see it year-round. Many perfectly happy, well-adjusted dogs simply find this position comfortable, cozy, and safe. It's their version of wrapping themselves in a warm blanket. The crazy legs sleeping on the back. Now, this one will stop you in your tracks. If you've ever walked into a room and found your dog flat on its back, paws pointing straight up at the ceiling, and legs splayed out at angles that seem anatomically impossible, welcome to the crazy legs position. It's equal parts adorable and bewildering, and it carries a surprisingly powerful message. When a dog exposes its belly completely and stretches out its legs in this uninhibited way, it's sending a clear signal to everyone around it. I feel completely safe here. Exposing the stomach is one of the most vulnerable things a dog can do. It's an act of submission, of trust, of total comfort in its environment. Those stretched out legs at those quirky angles, that's your dog telling you without words that it trusts you completely and genuinely considers your home its own. There's also a practical side to this position worth noting. A dog's belly has significantly less fur than the rest of its body, and their paws contain sweat glands, two features that make this sprawled out posture one of the most efficient ways for a dog to cool down quickly. If your dog tends to assume the crazy legs position on particularly warm days, there's a good chance they're simply trying to beat the heat. It's canine air conditioning, plain and simple, back to back the cuddle bug. There's something quietly beautiful about discovering your dog curled up against you in the night, or pressed warmly back to back with another dog in the house. This behavior, deeply instinctual and incredibly endearing, traces all the way back to puppyhood. Newborn puppies have almost no ability to regulate their own body temperature. They survive by clustering together, sharing warmth, and leaning on one another in the most literal sense. As dogs grow into adulthood, that habit doesn't simply disappear. It becomes wired into who they are. When your dog chooses to sleep pressed against you, they aren't just seeking warmth, though, that's certainly part of it. They are, in the most primal and genuine way possible, treating you as one of their own. To your dog, you are not the owner standing above them. You are a member of the pack. You are trusted. You are safe. That back-to-back position is your dog's quiet, wordless declaration of belonging. The Superman. One look at this position and the name makes complete, perfect sense. Picture your dog lying flat on its stomach, front legs stretched dramatically forward, back legs extended straight behind a full-body launch pose, frozen mid-flight like a canine superhero soaring through the sky. The image is impossible not to smile at, but beyond the charm, the Superman position has a very specific and telling meaning. Notice that you almost never see a dog sleep this way through the night. That's because this posture keeps the body close to the ground in a way that makes it remarkably easy to spring back up to all 4 feet in an instant. The Superman is a napping position, a light rest, not a deep sleep. More than that, it's a mood indicator. A dog sleeping in the Superman pose is a dog that still has energy buzzing beneath the surface. A dog that is very much in the mood to play. They're resting, but only barely. One word, one sound, one invitation from you, and they'll be on their feet before you finish the sentence. So if you catch your dog in this position, take the hint. They're ready for a good time, and they'd love it if you joined them. Side sleeping. This one is simple, and it speaks volumes. A dog that chooses to sleep on its side, fully stretched out, legs loosely extended, body relaxed and open, is a dog without a worry in the world. There's no tension here, no guardedness, no uncertainty about the space they occupy or the people around them. Dogs that consistently favor side sleeping tend to be deeply affectionate animals with a close, trusting bond with their owners. They feel settled, they feel loved, and in that moment of rest, they are completely and utterly at peace with everything around them. The lion pose. Not every rest is a deep sleep, and the lion pose is the perfect example of that distinction. In this position, a dog rests with its head up or resting on its front paws, body upright, muscles held with a subtle tension that prevents them from fully drifting off. This is deliberate. The muscles remain partially engaged, and that engagement is the body's way of staying alert, staying ready, managing the restless energy that sometimes builds up when a dog isn't quite ready to sleep but needs a moment to decompress. Think of it as a dog's version of sitting quietly with their thoughts. They're not fully off, but they're not fully on either. It's a resting state designed for dogs who have energy to spare and prefer to stay in a position where getting back up takes almost no effort at all. Sleeping on your clothes. If you've ever left a jacket on the floor or a pile of laundry on the couch and come back to find your dog curled on top of it, know this. Your clothing carries your scent, a scent that is, to your dog, one of the most comforting things in the entire world. When your dog chooses to sleep on your belongings, they aren't being disobedient or quirky. They are seeking closeness to you in the most direct way they know how. Your scent is your presence, and your presence is their comfort. Circling and digging before sleep. You've seen it 100 times. Your dog walks to their bed, turns in a circle once, twice, maybe 3 times, maybe even paws at the surface a bit and then finally settles down. It can look almost like a ritual, and in many ways, it is. This behavior goes back further than domestication itself. Before dogs shared our homes, their ancestors would trample down grass and brush in their chosen resting spot to create the most comfortable sleeping surface possible. The digging, too, served a purpose, loosening up the ground, sometimes exposing cooler earth or warmer soil depending on the season. Today, your dog doesn't need to trample wild grass or dig into the earth. But that ancient instinct hasn't gone anywhere. It lives on, in every circle, every little scratch at the bed cushion, every pre-sleep ritual your dog performs before finally lying down. Now we want to hear from you. Does your dog sleep in a position we didn't cover? Something uniquely, wonderfully theirs? Drop it in the comments below, we'd love to know. And if you found this guide helpful, give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe